because 5 Labour mayors are set to meet later. They're going to issue a plea to the Prime Minister not to scrap the HS2 link between Birmingham and Manchester.
So Sunak has refused to guarantee the HS2 line will make it to Manchester, and it's just days before the Tory conference, which I'll have the joy of being at.
Yes, notably on yesterday's show, Lord Berkeley proposed a staggering estimate of around £180 billion now to complete the project. That's 80 billion more than the
worst-case scenario.
Than the worst-case scenario of 100 billion.
Yeah.
And, you know, he could be right. The question on everyone's mind, is it time to just scrap the lot? So joining us to discuss this is Conservative MP Sir Michael Fabricant and Chief Executive of Downton in Business, Frank McKenna. Michael, should we start with you? Thank you for joining us. Am I right in thinking you think the government should cut their losses and just scrap the whole project?
I don't think they'll scrap the whole project because so much construction has gone on already. It would cost even more to actually, scrap the whole project. But what I do think the government may well do is say, look, the Phase 1 goes up to a place called Handsacre, north of Lichfield, past Birmingham, and at that point it joins the West Coast main line. So scrap the rest of it. Cut our losses.
Really say just north of Lichfield, which happens to be your constituency. Are you going to declare a very big interest here?
I do declare a very big interest. Look, I used to be a chartered engineer when I paid my subscription, so I have made a real study of HS2 because it passes my constituency. Originally, HS2 was a brilliant idea until Lord Adonis, when he was Labour Transport Secretary, started to interfere with it. Originally, it was going to connect with the Channel Tunnel and Paris. It was going to go into Birmingham New Street, which would have made sense because that actually is a major interchange. It would have gone into Manchester Piccadilly. In fact, now it's going into these standalone stations. And the demand has fallen since COVID. The number of people who hold season tickets has fallen by about 40% because people aren't using the train as much. The government's own estimates originally were that for every pound invested in HS2, we'd get £2.50 back. The latest estimate is for every pound invested, the economy will get just 90p back. We have got to cut our losses.